Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Roneshia, and we are doing a get ready with me. This morning, so I'll be honest, I'm working from home, so as far as like clothing, there won't be anything fantabulous happening, but we're gonna get this makeup and hair together, and from the chest up for Zoom meetings, we're gonna look absolutely fabulous. So I have not moisturized my face. It's bright and early. It's like almost 6 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to start with some Tache. Focus. Yay. Some Tache, the Dewy skin cream, and this will be my moisturizer for the day. I need my mirror because this camera is not the greatest mirror. Boom. Okay, put that all over. Alright, so the first thing I do is start off with a primer. I'm going to use the Tache Silk Canvas, and this is kind of like a you know, like when you forget you had something and so you go back to it. And so this is one of those things. I was using the milk primer. I haven't had time to go get any more of that, so I found my Tache Silk Canvas primer, and I forgot how much I love this stuff. And luckily I had focus. Luckily I had enough in there to make it through, until I could make it to the mall. Now I went to the mall the other day, but the line at Sephora, I'm not standing in line, y'all. And that's pretty much where we are with the Sephora by me. I may should have tried the one that's not in the mall, and it's kind of like in a suburban neighborhood, but sometimes they don't have all of the stuff that I need. I feel like my lighting is too bright. Un momento. So I do put a lot of this on, but it really helps with makeup stay all day, even though I ain't going nowhere until later. So it's time for me to send off some packages. So yeah, I wanted to get on here and let's do our makeup together. And I guess Valentine's Day is coming up. It is my year to plan Valentine's Day, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what my mama wants to do at all. She never wants to do anything like fun. I'm using the Born This Way foundation in Shy, and I typically like my foundation one shade darker than I am, and then I go lighten up with everything else. So don't be alarmed if the foundation is dark. I will fix it, but I would rather be, I don't know, for some reason I would rather be too dark than looking ghostly. So, and there are my morning Instagram notifications. I really want to take my notifications off my phone because I get so distracted with them, but I also need them for my job, so I guess I can't. But if I could, I would. I normally use about 1 pump of foundation to get me started, and then I go in with another like half a pump, about that much. Y'all see that? And I just go in the areas that I miss, which is normally right up in here. I don't put a lot of foundation on my forehead. For some reason I feel like my forehead is its own shade, and some makeup company needs to make like a shade for your forehead or include foundation that includes a forehead shade, because my forehead is its own domain completely. Alright, so once we're done with that, I go back over with the beauty blender and I just kind of bounce in my foundation just to kind of smooth it all out. Alright, so I use a lot of concealers. The first concealer that I'm going to go in with is a Pro Long Wear Concealer in NC45, and this is from MAC. Okay, and I just take a little bit of that. Normally I put it on my Tache canvas thing. I try not to put the foundations on my hand anymore, because in a rush after I do my makeup, I really want to just go put on my clothes, and it just give my look that I want to put on a white shirt, and then I have makeup all over my white shirt, and I just can't do that. Okay, so here I'm gonna take my Morphe E10 brush and go in with some concealer. And this one is pretty close to my skin shade. Oh wait, let me do this disclaimer. Yeah, I'm not a makeup artist, okay? This is just what I do. It's worked for me. It's worked for me when I competed in pageants, when I have to do appearances. And this is just my basic makeup tutorial. I don't really get too fancy on days that I'm going somewhere. I pretty much do the same thing. The only difference is that if I'm going somewhere, I tend to go in after my second concealer. I go in with a third one that's like a lighter one. I think I'll do that today. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I guess the only difference when I'm doing my makeup, when I'm going somewhere, is that I take my time. And this is a rush job. So there you have it. Okay, so this pretty much blends in with my skin for the most part. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and just go ahead and pat it in. Right. And I don't contour my nose, I just bring my foundation up to it. I feel like I need to adjust the brightness on my camera. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I adjusted the brightness on my camera. That should look a lot better, actually. Alright, so we're going to go in with the second concealer, and it is the Born This Way Multi-Sculpt Concealer. Multi-Sculpting Concealer, and it is in the color Butterscotch. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Focus. Baby, I feel like a real YouTuber, okay? Alright. I like the concealers that have the stick on there a lot better than when they don't have the applicator. Just some hurt. No, what did I do? Oh, beauty blender. Okay. So we were having this discussion on my Instagram, and I don't want to say we was having a discussion. I was telling people about how I felt, and then they were chiming in, right? So I guess that would be a discussion. And what had happened was you know how on Instagram you can forward pictures with that little arrow button and you send it off, but when you send it, it gives you like a list of people to send it to, like close friends, the person who originally made that post. Well, in the past, I have gotten messages where people have accidentally sent my post back to me, and it's been all positive stuff like, oh girl, I love her shoes, or make sure you save this, I have in clothing collections. That happens a lot when people are sending items to their friends to show them that I have it. Now, that type of support I appreciate so much, and it has just been a blessing, right, to have people share your stuff. This is the Fenty Matchstick in Espresso. This is on its last leg. I bought this a while ago. It's lastic because I use this all the time to contour with. So I contour at my cheekbone up here. Okay. As we talked about, my dimension forehead. My jawline. Okay. So those are my contour areas. So I'm used to getting people accidentally sending the message back to me when they meant to send it somewhere. And like I said, in the past, it's been all positive. Here recently, and when I say recently, I mean like kind of during the pandemic, I've had maybe 4 occasions where people have accidentally sent a message to me talking about me. When I say talking about me, that's from they don't like the item that I picked out on the website, like where she thinks she going with this, like who about to wear this, I don't like this, she was doing good until she posted this. I'm okay with that. That doesn't really bother me because I mean, everything that I pick, my goal is to pick things that people want to buy, but sometimes, you know, it's for a certain clientele, so that type of stuff doesn't bother me. However, this weekend someone forwarded one of my pictures from a long time ago. Like, they scrolled through that timeline to get that, and what they said was, she's still out here being a gold digger. Y'all, I was driving on my way to the showroom bright and early and I saw it. And when I say I was livid, y'all, I was mad. I can't even front and be like, oh, I was unbothered. No, it bothered me. And it bothered me for a lot of reasons. This is not the first time that I have been called a gold digger, or made the insinuation that I don't work and I'm just, you know, living this well-kept life, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's just not my life, right? That's just not my life. And I find it quite offensive when people, so you want to blend this out, and what I do first is take this little stippling brush from Real Techniques and I blend out my forehead, and then I start to blend out my contour. I'm gonna go in with another brush from Real Techniques and I'm gonna kind of blend that up, right? To me, this is when my face starts to really take shape. Gotta blend away those quarantine pounds, okay? And here it is now, Girl Scout cookies. I thought the Girl Scouts weren't gonna sell no cookies because it was quarantine. You know, they couldn't really be out here. Oh no, they got them a website. They said you're gonna get these cookies one way or the other. So they have now gone online, and my line sister, she ain't wasted no time. She sent us that link with the quickness about her daughter's Girl Scout cookies. Okay, Girl Scout cookies are serious. All right, so I go back and I reverse highlight underneath my jawline, right? Pat that through. Do the same on this side, and we pat that through, right? Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is take some setting powder and go ahead and set my face. All right, so I responded, and I didn't respond to that person. I responded on video. And y'all, when I made the video, I kind of don't like talking about stuff like that because it's so controversial and people get in their feelings, and I'm only going to go back and forth with you so far before I just be like, okay, you got it. So I was really kind of nervous posting the video, but like I said, it struck a chord because this is not the first time that that's happened to me. A little backstory. I typically date older women who are well established. I normally don't go seeking for these women. They find me. That sounds like I'm an escort. I'm not an escort. I don't go seeking out for these women, but I do have a typical type that I date, and I tend to date older women that just so happen to be well established, right? That wasn't the case always. There was a period in my life where I dated women that were my age. That didn't turn out well for me. Yeah, it did not go as planned. It was ghetto. 1 star. Do not recommend. Okay. And I just then set some standards that I was like, women my age, they're like kind of on some other stuff, so I'm gonna pass, right? Okay. So we know that I date women that are, oh wait, that might be new to some of y'all. Hi y'all, I'm a lesbian, I date women. So that has always caused some controversy. I get a lot of questions around, why do you date women so much older? And it's really because I came out at an early age, and women in my age group were still in the closet for the most part, and I really didn't want to deal with being in the closet again for the sake of a relationship. I didn't want to have to deal with having to be your best friend, you having to like switch up how you dress when you get around your family, this whole like pretend role. And I did it for some years with in a previous relationship, and it ended up just being toxic. When we broke up, it was like this whole thing with her family, and I really loved her family, and I really loved her too. But it was a lot. So I just made the decision not to date women who were in the closet or not sure about what they would be doing, because I was out of the closet. My mom was coming along to accepting. She's gotten better over the years. She's great now, but I just wasn't about to do that back and forth. So we had this conversation, because I'm gonna sit here and hold this powder forever. This is the Huda Beauty setting powder, and it is in the color, I want to say Kanafa. Okay. So, and I'll link all of these products below, y'all. Huda is another one that I forgot that I had, and one of my favorite Houston makeup artists, because I have a few, Kevin, he used this on my face the last time that he did my makeup, and I forgot that I had this, and I was like, oh, when I get back home, you can add that to my daily makeup routine. So then I'm gonna come here, highlight there, right, and then come under here, highlight here, right. Okay, there we go. All right, and I put a little bit on my smile lines, okay, just to kind of shake those away, right. So again, this is the Huda Beauty setting powder. I really like this one. Looks like that, and it is kind of, oh, wait, upside down, baby. All right, so we got into this discussion, and basically, to sum it up, I'll link the the Instagram, IG Live TV. I just believe that in general, it's just hard being a woman, right? And then you add in being a black woman, and to me, it gets even more like harder. So as black women, I have noticed this trend, and it not even a trend. I've noticed this thing. If a black woman decides to date someone who is more successful than she is right now, and remember that, right now, right? She is automatically labeled a gold digger. Oh, she only dating him or her for that money. That was convenient. You know, the list goes on. And I feel like it's just so crazy. What do you expect a black woman to date? Is she not supposed to date someone who is successful? Is she not supposed to date someone who is productive, who has a great head on their shoulders? Is she not supposed to date someone who is an entrepreneur, who is a go-getter, who's driven? Is that not okay for her to date? Like, what are you saying? What are you saying? So then I feel like, as black women, because we don't want to be labeled as an opportunist, a gold digger, a well-kept woman, for whatever reason, we then feel like we have to stay in these relationships to build these men or women. And it ends up holding us back. It ends up holding us back in a lot of different ways. I will always say this: when people don't know their purpose, they're real finicky. They real all over the place. They're not grounded. And they make a lot of finicky, all over the place, loop-de-doo decisions. Okay? Period. When someone knows their purpose, they're on track for it, and they are planning for that, they're going towards that destination, they have some goals in mind, you typically don't deal with crazy stuff. Typically. Not always. It is as if that black women have to choose to struggle with their mates in order for them to be culturally accepted and not be considered a gold digger. I don't believe that's true. I think that people date according to what they think of themselves. Here's what I mean by that. But let me draw this eyebrow on first, because you don't want your eyebrows to be crooked, okay? And I am queen of crooked eyebrows. Now, I'm cheating because my eyebrows have been microbladed, or ombre, whatever they're called. The lady who did them, she's in Houston where I am. Her name is Zuri. And her thing is Artistry by Zuri. She is, oh, okay, all right. Y'all, one thing that I cannot stand is that, and we're gonna get back to what I was talking about. The vendors that are on WhatsApp that decide to send you their whole spring collection, and it is 56 pictures, and they send them all at once. I think that's so disrespectful. Can you ask me what I need first before you just go blow up my phone? That's why I had to get another phone, because my other phone was the storage. I didn't have any more. Okay, so this is the eyebrow that I normally mess up on. Okay, and the crazy thing is she microbladed it perfectly, okay? And I'm still messing up on it. I always overdraw. Maybe because as a kid I couldn't color inside the lines, and so now as an adult I can't color inside the lines of my eyebrows. That makes sense to me. So make sure y'all color inside the lines. Okay, those look decent. All right, so I think you date according to what you think of yourself. What I mean by that is people go after people who they think are on their levels, on their level. Now, every now and again, we all get that confident person in our inbox, and you're like, no, why did you think that, you know, it was okay for you to reach out to me? And it is because they think that they think highly of themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I think highly of myself, and I've done better about evaluating my worth in relationships and stop feeling like I couldn't date a certain type of person because of where I was right now. I started dating towards my potential and where I wanted to be. And it completely changed the dating game for me. I literally stopped dating towards where I was and started dating towards where I wanted to be. And where I wanted to be was successful, building a legacy, and doing things that had not been done in my family. Because your family dynamics, you can't change those, right? You're born into a certain family. Sometimes some of us have gotten luckier than others. And then some of us, you know, we've had to upgrade our family as we've upgraded. Okay, we're looking good, y'all. Courtney, don't mess this up. All right, so we're looking pretty good. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Patrick Star one size eyeliner, and I'm a black eyeliner girl. I know a lot of people are like, in the daytime? Yes, in the daytime. I will wear no makeup and still find a way to put on this black under eyeliner, okay? Oh, I need to sharpen this. Dang it, and I broke my sharpener. So we need, where is my, that's NARS. I need to sharpen all of my pencils, y'all. I need to go buy a pencil sharpener. Okay, this one is the Mario, Makeup by Mario. It has a little nub, so I'm gonna try to do this one. That hurts, like. Okay. Let's do this one again. All right, so there we go. And normally I would have more, but my pencils aren't cooperating with me today. All right, so basically I think that it's hard. Dating is hard. Dating while black is even harder. Ooh, found graphic black. So man, I don't necessarily love this one as much as I used to, but that just break. It did. Right. And so to me, y'all, this would, the things that I think make my makeup come together are lashes, this under eye situation that I just did, and I guess my brows. I can kind of get a miss on the brows, like I said, because they're microbladed and I get them tinted. So brows, if I don't draw them in, they're not too bad. All right, so we were talking about gold digging and my thoughts, because I'm gonna get ADHD. I basically think that you should date according to where you want to be, and I also think that you should acquire friends according to where you want to be. Now, I think there's a big difference between an opportunist, a gold digger, and someone that is just simply surrounding themselves with people according to where they want to be. I'm not going to date anybody just because they're successful and I don't like them. That to me is an opportunist. To only date someone because they're successful and to come up off of their success, but in general, you don't like them. You don't like them as a person. You don't like them, period. Like, you just don't like this person, but you're going to keep hanging around them just because they are X, Y, and Z. These are my lashes from 7 Lash. These have been previously worn. The one thing I do like about 7 Lashes is that you can keep wearing them as long as you put them back in their case, and even sometimes I leave them in weird places, and they're still good to go. So I think that's being an opportunist. When I feel like when you're simply leveling up yourself and surrounding yourself around better people, that's not being an opportunist. And I think that when people think of gold diggers, to me, somebody that's a gold digger has no plan of bringing anything else to that relationship. They're strictly only in it for the money. That's not my plan. That's not my plan or my goal in a relationship. I know that in whatever relationship I'm in, I'm going to bring something to the table. I know that I'm bringing something to the table. And as I continuously grow, I'm going to continuously bring even greater things to the table. So when I'm going into these relationships or dating these people that are successful, it's not just because they are successful and I think that, oh, I'm just need to be, next to them because they're successful. Heck no. I think I'm successful too. I think I'm a boss too. Okay? I think that I have the ability to create wealth and generational wealth for my family. And when dating, I want to date someone who can also do that for their family as well. I don't want to date down. I don't want to have to struggle to try to worry about bringing up my family, bringing up the person that I'm with, bringing up my friends. That's something people got to bring up with you. At some point, you're not going to even have time to focus on yourself. So I don't want to do that. I want to date someone who I can level up with, and we're on the same mission and same goal. And I think for whatever reason, people find that so offensive. No, it's not offensive because I'm choosing not to date someone who doesn't meet my qualifications. And that's simply based off of where I'm going. This is Born This Way foundation. No, complexion powder. It's in chai. And what I just did was put matte dark mineralizer setting skin finish to dust off the excess powder. I'm going to go over my contour with this. Kind of blend that up. Take it around my forehead as well. Oh, child. Baby. Right. Bring that up. And it's here. All right. Next thing is going to be lashes. You need to put on your lashes. Okay. So I wait till my glue is tacky, and I pretty much put my lash on from there. I have been using this little tweezer thing, and it's been, I can't even front, it's been a lifesaver, y'all. It has been, I hope these are the right, yep, okay. So I have a habit of getting my lashes confused and putting the right one on the left eye and the left one on the right eye. Don't be like me. So boom, there we go. I'm going to do a bronzer as a blush. This one is by Makeup Shayla Under Construction, and it is the powder color Construct. Can I open it, Lord? Okay, it looks like that. I'm gonna take that and the cheeks. Next, we're gonna go in with a highlighter. I think that I'm going to use my KKW highlighter, and it is a Winnie and Kim collection. I use this darker brown one right here. So I highlight a few places. I do my chin, do my nose. Okay, I do one swipe over my forehead, and then I of course do my cheeks. Okay. And I'm the person that wants to look like a bronze goddess, okay? Next, I'm going to take my KKW lip liner in Nude 3. I'm gonna line my lips with that. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Nude 6 lip gloss. Right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of the Artist Couture, and this one is Thirst Trap. And I'm just gonna put it right in the center. Okay, just to kind of give me a little bit more lighter color. And that's my lip combo. Let's get some spray and spray this face down, and then we are going to be done. We're gonna move on to the hair. Okay, I'm to get my setting spray. Of course that would happen to me. Of course that would happen to me, right? Just straighten my eye. All right, so we're gonna spray this down. Right, so we sprayed that down. I need to get a fan, like something to fan myself when I am doing my hair. After I spray that. So next is going to be me adding some curls into my hair for the day. I'm going to use my what was this by? I always mess this up. Is it Baby Bliss or Babyliss, Bobbliss, whatever? This curling iron. I don't know the size, but I got it off of Amazon. The lady who makes my wig, she recommended this for curls, and she even taught me how to curl it in the hair salon because I was curling my wig the wrong way, and it just was not cute. So I just plugged up the curling iron. I pushed back some, and we're gonna start on my hair. Now, I know you're gonna ask me about this wig. I've had this wig for going on 3 years. It is from a stylist in Houston, Texas. Her name is Danita Joe. She colored this wig, and she made the wig. The hair is, I'm gonna assume, I don't even want to assume. I'm going to put her information down below. So like I said, I've had this wig for a long time now. She posted a wig similar to this, and I messaged her on Instagram, and I asked her how much this wig, the wig was. It wasn't this wig at the time, because the backstory about this wig is that I let one of our pageant contestants borrow my wig for a photo shoot, and I forgot it with her. No, she left it with it on her head. She brought it back to me, and we picked it up from the concierge office downstairs, and Kwanzaa picked it up, and then Kwanzaa also threw it in the garbage disposal, or garbage chute. She was calling herself doing one of those cleanups that she does, and she threw my wig in the garbage chute. So I had to get this one made. This one is almost 2.5 years old, and I haven't had any issues from it. I have, I think, almost burnt out this closure from wearing it so much, but for the most part, you know, it's fine. I love the color. I consider this my everyday wig, and I absolutely love it. My phone is ringing. So I'm gonna start curling this wig. I'm gonna still be using my mirror. So let's just finish off this conversation. I just think that Black women get a hard time. We're expected to accept struggle love and be this ride or die person in every point in our life. Like, I'm realizing that in every point in our life, people want Black women to struggle or have to fight for it or earn it. And women in other cultures, it's just like they deserve that, period. And I feel like for Black women, we should start requiring that of ourselves. It's just knowing that we deserve that. We don't have to be with someone who's struggling, trying to put it together just for the fact of saying, you know, I stood with them through this. No, you don't have to do that. That's too much. That is too much. My camera battery's dying. If my camera battery dies and I have to go downstairs, it's gonna die. It's flashing red. So yeah, we don't have to just accept struggle. Okay. In every part of this, every time I hear something in regards to Black women, there's somebody wanting us to either struggle for it, feel like we've had to steal it, feel like we don't earn it, that's in luxury, can't have luxury, not good enough for that. Can't have a good marriage, not good enough for that. Can't marry successfully, not good enough for that. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And I'm just sick of it. So that comment triggered me to the fullest. I just kind of had to respond because it did not make sense to me. You deserve to marry well. You deserve to marry someone that loves you. You deserve to marry someone and be with someone that's not unfaithful. All of those things you deserve. You don't have to settle for just mediocre. And I feel like sometimes that is what the world projects to us, is that we have to choose. So my camera died. So we're curling my hair, right? Oh wait, let me turn this off. I started watching YouTube, y'all. Are y'all watching Married at First Sight? Are y'all watching Married at First Sight? Like, that is my guilty Wednesday pleasure. And of course, the couple of the season that everyone is talking about is Chris and God doggone Paige. Y'all, I feel so terrible for Paige. Like, y'all would have had to cut me a check after talking to his parents, because I would have left. I don't know what type of contractual agreements they have for Married at First Sight for them to say, but I wouldn't have stayed. Like, for the 8 weeks that Paige was married to Chris, she gonna need about 8 months to a year of therapy to get over that. It just is too much. And I love that show. My favorite couple is Karen and Miles. I love Keith. And I feel like I'm really going to love Brianna and Vincent. I absolutely think they're so cute. But this Paige and Chris situation, that didn't come out right, has got me blown. Like, Chris clearly is a narcissist, and I don't know how he even made it through the picking. Like, I feel like there's so many men in Atlanta. Like, there's so many men in Atlanta. How did y'all end up with him? Like, what did he say to make the experts think, oh yeah, it's him? Like, he's definitely husband material. He just was engaged. Y'all, that was red flag number 1 for me. That man just was engaged. Like, about a week ago. Like, what made y'all feel like he was then ready for anybody's marriage? Because who does that? Like, it's, at this point, it's mean. It's just mean to Paige. And that's all I can really think about. I can't really concern myself with his feelings. I do wish that Paige would not have slept with him, because to me, he was telling, like, I know your friends talk to you about what he said about the trophy wife thing. That alone, that would have been our conversation the first night of marriage. What is your idea of a trophy wife? And why am I not meeting those standards? Because this dude basically had a nervous breakdown the next day because he thought she was so ugly that I guess he couldn't believe that he slept with her. But he slept with her twice. And that, y'all, no. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish the season. I really want to watch for Brianna and Vincent because I think they're a really nice couple. But I also think that I just can't do Paige. And I mean, I can do Paige. I can't do Chris. Like, that was terrible. They owe Paige a do-over, but at this point, I wouldn't even trust them. Let Paige go on The Bachelorette and let her pick who she wants to be with, because that was trash. Yeah, that was trash. Garbage. Chris is completely a-hole, and I won't want nothing to do with him. Okay, so hair is finished. Let's see. So I just take my fingers and go through it like this, right? And that's it. Now I'm gonna take the curling iron, right, and just let out this piece right here. I'm always really nervous when I do this because I don't want to burn myself. So, and there we have it, guys. That is the full look. All right, You guys make sure to comment. Oh wait, let's wrap it up. So this is my first Get Ready With Me. You guys let me know what else you would like to see in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do. I am the Modern Day Queen across every social media. My clothing collection is a Modern Day Queen or Modern Day collection. And yeah, that's it. Here is my Get Ready With Me. Y'all, my outfit from up here is very businessy, but I have on joggers at the bottom. So when I'm doing my Zooms, I'll be here. I always kind of close up my cardigan some. And I may put on, am I going to put on a brooch? No, not today. That's extra. All right, so there you have it. Boom. I'll catch y'all next time, okay? Everything that I use will be in the description box below. And y'all be sure to tune in for a video. Y'all let me know y'all comments and thoughts around this whole topic of gold digger theory and this Chris and Paige situation. Bye.